Can you guys see my screen?
Can.
Yes, we can.
And I'm going to hit start. I don't know if you can see me or not, but I'll have a 6-minute timer and it's on you, sir.
Okay. You are seeing the presentation on the screen, correct?
Yep,
You're not
yeah,
seeing it?
yeah.
Okay, making sure there's two of them. All right, cool. Yeah, well, thank you so much for having me. My name is Justin Irvin. I'm the co-founder and executive director of Habitual Roots. We're a nonprofit community founded here in Charlotte, and our mission, or excuse me, our tagline is to put the you back in human. And so just to give a little bit of a backstory behind our community, it all started with graduating from UNC Charlotte as a systems engineer. Me and this other guy here on the right, Kevin, is the other co-founder. We studied systems engineering together, and we went out into the corporate world. And in doing so, we were also on our own journey of self-exploration, looking into things such as, personality tests and, just trying to understand a little bit more about ourselves. And once we got into corporate, we found that there was a little bit of a gap in regards to how people operated, how well individuals knew themselves, and then as well as how they communicated as a team. And so, we started meeting up we were collaborating, we were roommates, so we were already speaking about these types of things. But then one day we just started to sit down every Tuesday. We made a point, put it on a calendar, and started just building some type of curriculum of what we felt everyone needed to know, just the basics of, just how to communicate properly and, using I feel statements and stuff like that in order to, communicate with compassion and empathy for others and themselves. And so taking that, we founded Habitual Roots in June of 2019 and haven't really looked back since. So before we get into too much of that, I wanted to identify, what the need is. In short, people are feeling more stress and additionally are experiencing more anxiety, depression, and loneliness. I don't think this is an abstract concept for any of us. And just to hit on some of the numbers, 40 million adults suffer from anxiety and depression. 59%, according to Psychology Today, of adults in the U.S. are experiencing stress, and then additionally 1 in 5 U.S. adults experience loneliness. And this was pre-COVID. So since COVID, this was an article from the American Journal of Managed Care published in April 2020. And essentially 7 in 10 employees are now saying that since COVID, this has been the most stressful time of their professional career. And so understanding the pre and during COVID, we're not post-COVID yet. So just understanding the impact of that, as well as just the fast-paced society and everyone regressing to their home and not necessarily going out and connecting with individuals, we decided to create Habitual Roots. And so our genuine approach is essentially a shared vision. We're here to create a world where everyone has a chance to know themselves well and enhance their sense of inner peace. Essentially how we're doing this is we're integrating the importance of self-awareness and mental resilience. We do this through our methodology as well as through our community programs. Essentially, our entire organization is centered around, supporting you and living authentically, however that may be. And then as well as we're creating that sense of community that I feel is needed in Charlotte, where, individuals can do something bigger than themselves. They can support something that has a greater cause, and they can also learn and grow together along the way. So how are we doing this? Essentially what we're doing is we're focusing on mindfulness, emotional intelligence, and we've created our own methodology called Roots. And so within that, these are the ways we serve. We provide personal coaching, so one-on-one with clientele, as well as community activation. I'll get into that in a second. We also have a wellness library that's found on our site. And within that, we offer meditation, working on a yoga piece, and as well as we have suggested readings, just helping people understand what is mindfulness, what is emotional intelligence, and really bridge that gap. And then additionally, we offer our Roots methodology training. So we work with businesses as well as individuals, explaining to them the benefits behind building positive habits of self-care and heightening their self-awareness. Whenever we say community activation, what we're saying or what we're meaning here is just different ways to engage with each other. This may be like a meditate and mingle type event where you get together, everyone meditates, and then they hang out and speak and talk about, you know, their day-to-day issues, what they're going through as a human being, not necessarily just, you know, construction on 77, how the Panthers are going to do this year, that kind of stuff. It actually gets down to the core of what we're dealing with. We also offer habitual yoga, which is found at Freedom Park and other places. We were just recognized in the Charlotte CW for that, so appreciate that for being, you know, one of the approved socially distant activities happening right now. And we also have other ways to engage the community by going outdoors, taking people through a park and helping them just mindfully walk, exploring something, embracing their inner child, and just be curious. You know, when's the last time we stopped and didn't try to get to the destination, but actually enjoyed our walk on the way there? And so taking those types of approaches, as well as we also have another program called Project Mom, which has been a lot of fun so far. And so we meet with mothers and help them incorporate mindfulness in their day-to-day. So with that being said, as shared, you know, we have our own methodology where we help individuals heighten their self-awareness and build habits of self-care. It's a 5-phase methodology. Happy to elaborate more, but granted the time, I'm going to slide through some of this stuff. So anyhow, we are classified in the wellness industry, and just to highlight there, in 2012 to 2016, yoga participation grew in the US by 50%. And I can already tell you by the numbers that we've had these past few months during COVID, our attendance has shot up using parks and other outdoor venues to offer these types of services. We're targeting mindful millennials and mind level managers. So individuals who are looking to tap into that mindful approach and then also integrate that within their teams, helping them become more emotionally intelligent and just more collaborative. And let's see, so we're working in Denver and in Charlotte as of now. These are our 2 chapters, and essentially both of these have been a fantastic start. Like I said, I feel like Charlotte really needs the community piece, and Denver is absolutely loving it. We're averaging about 50 people per yoga class right now out at the parks. And let's see, so yeah, how we're surviving financially is essentially we have coaches on staff, and we split the funds raised with them. We also have community events that individuals can host, and we'll either split that 50-50 or however they want to do it, just, you know, donation based. And then we also offer our outdoor events such as yoga, and we also have some music festivals that we've participated in the past and had a few on schedule for this year but have postponed, and also, you know, through our corporate training and whatnot. So where we're headed, our growth is focused on continuously building our community. We're also working on building our online training modules, and we're getting involved with community or university research, or that's the plan. We're also in the UNC Charlotte Venture Prize program right now, and looking to expand our roots there. So yeah, if you're interested in any of this, you feel like it resonated with you, feel free to connect with us. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, as well as on Eventbrite and Meetup if you want to come out for a community event.
Cool.